Alright, morning routine, run down here, check the boat. The starter motor, tons of comments on the starter motor. Oh, they all do that, blah, 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 blah. Well, I never had one do that. I've lost track of how many outboards I've had at this point. And other people's outboards I've worked on with electric starter. I've never heard a starter do that before. Until this one on the 7955 started doing it. Didn't do it when I got it. Did it after I got it. And it got worse and sounded terrible. Anyway, the new one I bought, tore it apart. Greased everything up. The Bendix and all that crap. Put it all back together. Still squealing like a wounded moose. So I said, damn it, man. You know, and everybody's, you know, it's this, it's that, it's the bushing, it's the bearing, blah, blah, blah. It's actually a bushing, but they call it a bearing in the schematic. So I said, all right, took all the Bendix and all the crap off the shaft, took the cap off. There's the bushing. Bushing looked fine. But the shaft right at the bushing was rusty. So I cleaned the rust off, and underneath the rust, light layer rust, not a lot, underneath the rust was corrosion. So buffed that up best I could with the wire wheel. So here's the corrosion, you know, got it all, you know, buffed up, backed up, greased it all up, put it all back together, cleaned the bushing, and voila. So the guys that were saying it's the bushing were correct, but nobody mentioned rust and corrosion. So I did order a new bushing too, although the one in there looked okay. But I'm sure it's got some wear because of the corrosion and the rust. I think it's going to be fine. We'll find out. All right, everything looks normal down here, except where's all the fish? All right. I'm going to attempt to kind of get my metal back somewhat where it was originally. If I can spread it out, hopefully I can bring it back. Boy, that's a real mess there. I'm gonna have to use that JB weld on it. It's not that, you know, deep, but it's just deep enough in this blade, just going over all the spots. Like right there, it's too high. And I'm getting caught on it. So trying to smooth it out where it's too high. Wow, never in a million years that I think I'd be doing this. So don't do what I did the last time. Ah, that's pretty smoothed out. I think I got all that level. Some sandpaper went over it. So nothing on this side was leaking, thank God. Two biggest ones were this one was shooting out the front and hitting here, and it looked like it was coming out here. And then this one was wet on the gasket, but it wasn't shooting out. So should be fine with the stuff, the high temp exhaust stuff. You make sure it's super clean. Throw some on there. Let it frickin' dry. I'm gonna put it on all the spots, even though some of them didn't leak. Well, I tell you what, half of it in here was getting hard already. Supposed to stir this stuff up. It's kind of hard to stir when half of it's hard. Yeah, this should be fine. I didn't really need any up there. Come on, baby. It's such a small amount too. You can see on this edge. See how that all got mangled? And just look at the hole here, the hole up here. Let me show you. When I put it on, look, see how it's hitting, and it just flattened it out on that corner, you know, bent it down. And this side it will hit too. There's this piece that this rubber gasket goes on, and it's hitting. And look, the friggin' holes, the screw holes, don't even line up. You know, it's a crappy fit. Look, look at what happened to these holes here, because it got squeezed in. The bolts, you know, it's a mess. I got to straighten this out and see if there's a way to make this thing fit. Look at this. It's just a mess. Here, you see the spots I've done. I got everything sanded down with the JB Weld Extreme Heat. This stuff's pretty good. Same stuff I used on that crack. Temperatures, continuous heat, able to withstand to 1,000 degrees. So I got this one more here just to smooth out. Yeah, I still can't believe that I just totally overlooked this stuff. Crazy man. Oh yeah, that look good. Where's my razor blade? I'm using this razor blade as a straight edge, going along everything, and everything looks fantastic. Alright, let me figure out what I'm going to do with this stupid gasket situation. So I took some tin snippies. Did you see? Trim that right off. She drops right in. Right there. Boom. Now, see how that hole's lining up nice? It's laying flat. Still touching her hair right there. Still a little snug. But it's looking better. See how the hole is starting to line up? It's definitely looking better. DeJa Vu. See, here we go with the gasket again. Son of a bitch. Alright, battery hooked up. Everything's back on. I had to finish putting the starter back together. Seems alright. If you hit it on the battery and let it wind out real high, then it would squeal a little bit. And I'm hoping that pressure from the flywheel doesn't cause it to squeal. Just a quick test. I don't have the gas hooked up or anything. See what it sounds like. Bing, bang, boom, baby. Oh, yeah. Alright, here we go. Starter sounds good. Yeah, let me give it a little choke. No choke. I'm real happy about the starter now. Thank you, outboard gods. My damn switch all wet. What's wrong with you? I gotta choke it to turn it off. Now, the reason it's a little tough to start is because I just choked it out, so it's probably a little flooded. Coming through cool, throttle cam, not even touching my roller. See there? Which it should be, but it's not. That's just my timing picking up. Pop it in gear, see what happens. See, I've said it probably, I don't know how many times. There's no adjustment on these cars. There's your timing marks, there's your roller. Look, it's not even touching the cam. Timer base up here, this is screwed in so far, it's ridiculous. I think this is the wrong rod. It should be a little bit longer. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. I don't think I should need a fast start right now. Did I flood it when I choked it just then? Yep. Something funny. I wish I had a kill switch. I wish I had a kill switch so I wouldn't have to choke it out, so I could start it right back up. You can't, it's not going to start right back up after you choke it out, but let's try it again. Look, it's every time, it's 3 times. See? Something rubbing, something vibrating or something. Hear it? my eardrums are blowing out. Sounded like it was coming right around from that area. It was like, it sounded like maybe something was rubbing under the flywheel. Yeah, you know, something weird going on up there. And you can see here, watch the linkage. Oh man, this baby's got some compression. Watch the linkage. See the linkage move? That's from the magnet pulling it. Look, right there. See, could be the friggin' bearing in there, plastic bearing, nylon, whatever the hell it's made out of. Actually, you know what? Screw it for today. I'm going to take the flywheel off. I think I've got enough recorded where the noise was coming through. Let's do that. I've had enough. Take the flywheel off tomorrow and see what's going on. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
You know the channel. Oh yeah, baby.